constipation or intestinal obstruction. So these are two different pathologies which are very, very confusing on ultrasound. So most of you, they've seen them, but they get confused. So I want us to have a look at this case, and then you can tell me what is it? Is it intestinal obstruction or is it constipation? So what we have here, you can see here, these are the bowel loops. These are the bowel loops there. These are the small intestines. Look at what's going on. You see, look at peristalsis there in the small intestines. They, you can see the loops are dilated. The loops of bowel are dilated there. You can see the movement there. It's moving to and fro, just like that. To and fro, to and fro. So that's the type of peristalsis that you can see there. You can see the distinction that we have there. You can see there what we have there. So what do you think, guys, this is? Is this intestinal obstruction or it is constipation? I want you to tell me the difference. What is this? Is it constipation or intestinal obstruction? This is one of the most confusing cases where people, they really vice versa the two. When they see constipation, they can say it is intestinal obstruction, and when they see intestinal obstruction, they can say that is this is constipation. So which is which now? Which is which? Oh, this is the catheter valve. The only this is a nice catheter valve there in the bladder there. So in our case, what is it? What is it? Is it constipation or is it intestinal obstruction? So here are the differences between intestinal obstruction and constipation. So constipation, with constipation, we see large amounts of stool in the colon. There will be large amounts of stool in the colon. Did we see large amounts of stool in the colon? Fecal material appears as echogenic contents with posterior acoustic shadows if there's constipation. So you can see here, we are not seeing fecal matter, we are seeing free fluid and the dilated bowel loops there. We are not seeing uh, fecal matter with posterior acoustic shadows. There's no posterior acoustic shadowing that we are seeing there. So no dilated small bowels. So with constipation, we don't see a dilated small bowels. So you can see here in this case, our small bowels are, are dilated. So is this constipation or is intestinal obstruction? So now, with the intestinal obstruction, dilated bowel loops typically greater than 2.5 to 3 centimeters in the small bowel with the increased fluid loops. So we did see free fluid filled loops in our case, and the bowels are dilated as you saw, and we also saw back and forth peristalsis. You saw back and forth peristalsis early in the obstruction. So that much you saw it. You saw the back and forth peristalsis. Let me show you the back and forth peristalsis that is nicely demonstrated there. So you can see here the back and forth peristalsis. You can see it there. You can see it there. So there we have it. There we have it. There we have it. There we have it. So thickened bowel in some cases. So you can see here the bowels are thickened like that. Thickened like that. A free fluid may be present between bowel loops, which you call the Tanga sign. In this case, we are not seeing the Tanga sign as such. We are not seeing significant free fluid in between the bowel loops, but the other criteria meet. Reduced or absent peristalsis in advanced obstruction. So here is not yet advanced obstruction. That's why we are seeing to and fro movement like that, peristalsis like that. So with this in mind, what do we have? Is this constipation or is intestinal obstruction? I need your ideas. I need your contributions. If it is confusing you or if it was confusing you, I need you to confess also in our comment section. If you are gaining something or if you've learned a useful trade, I need you to confess something. So give me your contributions. Or here, what we are seeing here, we are seeing nicely here. There is a catheter bulb in place. You see, this is a very nice catheter bulb there, that we have there, and you can see that there are no hematomas around it, so it's in situ. It is in a normal position. So that's the other thing that you also have to assess when there is a catheter bulb in situ, if it is in a normal position, and you also have to comment about it because it might be dislodged, it might not be in the normal position. So I'm proud, super proud of the person who put this catheter bulb. You know, it's very impressive, quite impressive. So let's go back to our case now. So what is your decision, guys? What is your decision? Is this intestinal obstruction, or it is a case of no, it is a case of constipation? So according to my own evaluation, because the bowel loops are dilated, there is no fecal matter which is having distal acoustic shadows, and also you can see the to and fro movement that we have there. Though we've got negative Tanga sign, I personally go for early forms of intestinal obstruction. So this is, to me, you see the bowel loops, how dilated they are. So according to me, this is you see how dilated the bowel loops are, like this. So according to me, these are the bowel loops which are dilated. So the bowel loops are dilated, very dilated, like that, as you can see there, as you can see there. So to me, this is not constipation. This is in keeping with, this is consistent with the intestinal obstruction. So I think you have seen and understood the differences between constipation and intestinal obstruction. So let me repeat again the differences so that you master that. Large amounts of stool in the colon is seen with constipation. Fecal material appear as echogenic contents with posterior acoustic shadows. They no dilated small bowel loops. Whereas with intestinal obstruction, we do have dilated bowel loops, typically above 2.5 to 3 centimeters in the small bowel, with increased fluid loops. So I guess it's making sense, and we also have to see back and forth, to and fro peristalsis early in obstruction, with intestinal obstruction and thickened bowel. In some cases, free fluid may be seen between the bowel loops, which is called the Tanga sign. At the same time, we have reduced or absent peristalsis in advanced obstruction. So when obstruction becomes get advanced, we won't see peristalsis there. So the correct diagnosis in this case that I've just done now is intestinal obstruction. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are learning and you're taking notes. So let's meet again in the next episode. Welcome and thank you.